You may have seen by now, we are finally getting our update, Conan fans. Well, soon anyway. Is it the update we thought we were going to be getting? Not sure, because as you'll see in a moment, it's a little bit vague. And I am a smidge late to the uptake here because I might have had a delusion that I could get 100 levels of a battle pass in 2 days. I couldn't. I got 40, so that was decent-ish, but yeah, I may or may not be playing Fallout 76 again. I may or may not be an actual masochist. You know me and quality dev departments and all that. My love for them. But yeah, I have been playing Fallout again, so I'll be potentially making some content on that also because it's had some fun updates. But enough about that. In this video, I'll be going through our little update and some of my opinions on said information that they're so far giving us. But it will be coming on the 25th of March, and there'll also be some things that I'll advise you to do prior to the update coming. Although we don't have a huge amount of information, we do know that content is being deleted. Are we surprised? No. Will it make the game run better? Probably. Is it kind of annoying? A little bit, but also doesn't affect me because I never did the Al Merayah raid, to be honest. And on most PvE servers I play on, it's turned off. On the only one I play on, they turn it off. Shout out Sanctum of Cthulhu. If you're looking for a friendly community, go check them out. But yeah, I'll be giving a little bit of what I think that might help them, might not. I don't know. It's just thoughts I have that I wouldn't hate to see implemented as an actual player, and kind of playing Fallout 76 inspired some of these and would kind of make sense a little bit as they both love money. Fallout's Bethesda much more successful at getting it than Funcom. They could take some note rather than constantly taking away content and not really adding shit back of value. But I'll get into that a bit later. Let's get into this March update coming on the 25th. Greetings, Exiles. We hope you've all been surviving and dominating in 2025. It's been so good so far. It's been a little while, and it's time we gave an update following our commitment from our last producer's letter. Rough ride with my dyslexia here, bear with me. Our next update is coming on March 25th with a ton of fixes and changes, big and small. Before then, though, we wanted to preview and give notice about a few important changes based on consistent feedback regarding how it impacts performance. The Stygian Legion is withdrawing from Al Merayah Keep to be demolished and removed permanently. The Dogs of the Desert have reclaimed the area, drawn to the cave shrine linked to Jebel Sarg that remains intact. So that's good. The Great Hunt, when it's back and you're getting attacked by the hyenas, if you want to go try and get the bear pet and do all that stuff, you still can. And there's another lag fest, but it does mean you probably want to get your hands on a few Musashi's Blackblades, because I can't guarantee that that's still going to be there, because you'll see in a little bit, they're not doing a beta test this round. Not that it matters anyway, because half the stuff that we tested in the beta tests don't even go into the game and they don't listen to any of our feedback, so it's actually a waste of time. So I don't honestly blame them for not doing that because of the way they currently implement it. But if they did it like a normal beta testers, it would actually help. But anyway, what's our opinion as measly plebeian gamers of the game? Our opinions do not matter. Although allegedly they do listen to our consistent feedback regarding stuff. Allegedly. But the thing is, it annoys me slightly that they already knew their game was a lag fest and that they had all these problems and that they've got this broken code and they can no longer move forward with their plans of all these stuff. Why did they start adding things like Al Merayah in? They already knew. That annoys me slightly because I have been playing since early access on console, actually. It's a long ass time. I have like over 10,000 hours. I've lost count over my many different accounts and things. Like, I've been here in the trenches. I've seen them go through so many changes. I've heard Dennis say the most nonsense stuff before, and I still keep coming back. What can I say? It has something special about it, and I just really wish that they thought things through or actually listened to more than the random 3 people that they do listen to, because like they say, oh, we've been listening to all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. Who is saying this stuff? 90% of my audience, you guys, you're not saying this. Let me know in the comments if I'm completely wrong and you guys demanded to have Al Merayah added in the first place. Yes, we wanted some more content and some other, like, open up the northern bit of the map maybe. They could turn it into a giant dungeon area where, like, maybe you have to go do another dungeon to even get to that instance. And maybe you can't build there, but you can get cool stuff. I don't know. There's so many opportunities with that bit of the world up there where we thought they were going to put Scepter before that came out. But I suppose it's a little hard to make the map room have an extra obelisk, so it would be easily done by, like, yeah, having a doorway that you could go through or something. Like, take notes from the AOC mod, because modders have been adding content to this game for so long. Apparently a lot easier than the actual devs can. So maybe hire the modders to be the devs. Just, like, I don't know, give them more credit or something, or like actually utilize some of the things that a lot of people on PC get to use, like them adding a compass in. That's all fine and dandy. We've had them for years and years because of mods. Console players, yay, good for you. You can now tell your lefts from rights. I understand that it was incredibly insane for a while, and at one point we couldn't even see our friends' markers on the map. So when Pony was lost, we just had to ask her what her surrounds were, hope that we could find her before she died with all of the loot from the raid on her. But unfortunately, a lot of people like that stopped playing years ago because of annoying stuff like them just not easily adding in a compass to a survival game. Anyway, enough with that tangent. I'll probably loop back into that tangent again. Stamina is getting readjusted. Now, I feel like I smoked some drugs when I read this, because have I been experiencing a completely different game? Stamina is getting readjusted, also based on your feedback about stamina costs being too high. We want to meet in the middle. The cost of attack across the board is being reduced by 50%, but regen is being increased to mostly their old values. Did they mean to say decreased? Because I have not heard one single person go, the stamina, it just does not regen quick enough. Like, heavy became meta again because stamina is so OP, and they're going to make it more OP? We don't know because we can't test it. So it's all like surprises when it comes out on the 25th, I suppose. Likely with a bunch of bugs that will probably have to get fixed. So I do advise, if you are on single player, try and make like 3 backups of your save, because my 1 backup wasn't enough. It corrupted and I can no longer play all of those series and stuff I had going on that save, which was kind of annoying. But I should have known better. Like I mentioned before, we're adding in a compass. Unlock the Wayfinder knowledge to learn how to never get lost again. Once crafted, simply keep it in your inventory and you'll see a new heading indicator in your temperature. Next to your temperature. God, I'm good at reading. Again, yeah, cool. Most people on PC use mods. Unless you're on official, then that is also pretty fancy. And console, congratulations, guys. I'm very happy for you. It's been years in the making. Apparently, it was very hard for them to figure out, much like horse mechanics. That was a very big struggle for years for them too. But hey, we got horses eventually, and they eventually kind of balanced them again after years and many people quitting. But now we can finally tell where we are going without looking at our map constantly, which actually in PvP incredibly handy, because sometimes you get a little bit lost and panic when you run. Not me anymore these days because I know the map too well, unfortunately. But you regular humans who don't know life the game will actually benefit immensely from knowing your lefts from your rights. A mini-map would be dope, but I can see that that could be immersion breaking for the purists. And this way you can choose to not actually activate it, I'm assuming, because like there's a quest to get it, maybe? We're also, damn, almost died trying to choke on their bullshit. We're also looking at fixing issues for companions. I still haven't really bothered messing around with them too much. And even though they've reduced the time it takes in between the quests from like 8 hours to 3 or 4 or whatever it is now, it's too long still. It's far too long. I don't care enough. I just simply do not care enough to wait that long. I know people love them and have a whole army of the Freyas and the Lufays and stuff, but it's just so bullshit to me. Maybe if I played PvP, I would be bothered for the OP-ness of them, maybe. Probably not, though, because if it died, I'd be very sad. Allegedly fixing living settlements, because even though they fixed living settlements way back when they messed up my save, it actually didn't fix it for everyone, and they created a couple of other issues, unfortunately. But they did fix a few things, so hopefully they don't revert those fixes that I've been waiting for years for them to fix, and they randomly fixed them without saying to anyone they were fixing it. These guys, my god, I sound so bitter every time I do these reviews of their updates and stuff. I truly do love the game, but I know you'll understand my sentiment and the frustration with their nonsense. It's ending up to be a little bit longer than I anticipated, but we are also going to go through the comments, because that's a fun pastime I have of when they do posts, is just reading people's feedback and the interesting things that people have to say directly to them, and have the proof of them not listening to the feedback, because the feedback's there and everyone's saying the same thing generally and they don't listen to it. So we'll go through that together for some shits and gigs. But yeah, we've also allegedly got building placement fixes, so I'm not sure in what regards to the several issues we've got going on there. Sky bases and just building in general, and thralls falling through floors, just to name a few. There's certain things just being impossible to place sometimes. And the no public beta, because why have people test your stuff before releasing? Because it's not already buggy enough when you actually do. I mean, it's a new strat. Sometimes they don't do beta tests, but usually with like big things, they do. And I get that it's not adding like sorcery or lufes or whatever. I feel like they should probably get some people to test the stamina before they fucking commit. Call me crazy. Much to my surprise, these first few comments aren't too crazy negative. Interesting. This is the right direction. Hopefully we'll keep up and you will continue to listen to the voices of community, far too many of whom have gone silent since the beginning of ages. As far as Conan Exiles is concerned, there's a tiny bit of cautious hope now that the rudder of this once grand and all above unique game might actually be turned away from an ignominious downfall. That word is not in my vocabulary. And please, support the modders, again as you once have done in the distant past. They were there once keeping Conan Exiles alive when you were about to drive this game mercilessly to the wall. His language a little bit fragrant for my reading skills set at this moment, apparently. But yeah, the sentiment I totally endorse. And I mentioned earlier, support their modders, maybe like employ them and fire the other guys. No, but definitely without them, this game would vastly be dead, because there's not a huge amount of people still playing on console, because you actually pretty much can't on official at all. And a lot of people can't load into the game at all. So that's fun. And we have, what a shame. I liked the castle. I mean, it was kind of cool. I guess it wasn't the best. It was kind of worthless. You used more resources than what you got back from it. I guess it gave an activity for people to do who play PvE, but again, on most multiplayer servers, it was turned off. I guess the castle concept was brutal and official. Yeah, I have no problem with the castle. To be honest, I never have problems with the Conan. It's a stable and good game. See, there's like 3 people in the world who are like, the game runs excellently. And they're actually the ones who bark the loudest. I think there is a down loop with creeps in the community who bark the loudest. And that's actually y'all. But maybe me. Maybe I'm the creeps. Also, the PvP balance was never on a better state than now. Nearly every weapon type is playable. Debatable. Roll down a smidge. What a shame. I like the castle. Don't remove castle. Oh, I missed one. I still haven't finished the Al Merayah siege. I guess it's time to do it before it's gone. LOL, it's been a minute. Just wanted to say that I like the compass. It's something that you need to craft. Would you have felt cheap if it was just there? We still don't 100% know that it's not going to be like a bark to craft and a super easy quest and almost be obsolete. We're not sure if it's going to be not cheap yet in regards of content. I don't mind my dress there compass, to be fair. I prefer that to begin less, but I fully understand people who like the immersion. Yeah, easier settings would be cool too, for sure. And nice to hear that they haven't abandoned this game. Fixing bugs is the right way to do it. Bizarre updates wouldn't be that bad either. Waiting for the Tower of Yamatai for a while now. Getting a bit annoyed with the item rotation, not gonna lie. And that actually brings me into pretty much my final point of something that I believe that they could improve upon with the game and their unexistent now battle pass, which they allegedly listened to people and removed. Nobody said we didn't want the battle pass. We said stop making the weird grindy tasks and just make it like more fluent. They couldn't handle that, or didn't like making new content for it for free that wasn't really for free because you still paid for it initially and with time on their game anyway. We didn't like the expensive items in the bazaar, but they still have those. But then now we don't get the free items from just playing the game, even if it was like a bit nonsense. So again, another instance of who the fuck was these three people they were listening to with this feedback. But I think they could do something much like other MMOs, and since I've been playing Fallout recently and getting free atoms in what people call already their expensive atom shop. It knows nothing on the Crom store, whatever the hell it's called, and the Crom coins. In most other games, when they have terrible downfalls or bugs happen or they delete all of your thralls or whatever, and they have an in-game currency type thing where you can buy from bazaars, they'll reimburse you. As gamers, you are likely aware of this unless Conan is literally the only game you've played before. And sure, not all games are like that, but it is also free money and they've inconvenienced us a lot, and it is a way to compensate humans for great annoyance. And then maybe we could buy a $10 chair skin or something, or at least put a way to it. And like maybe if I kill 5,000 Sumerian berserkers, I get 100 Crom coins. It doesn't have to be super OP. Like the tasks to get 40 atoms on Fallout, I have to kill 1,000 robots with a hammer or some shit, and then I get 20 atoms. But you do that progressively through playing, so eventually you take it off, and then all of a sudden you can buy a building set. And then you're like, oh shit, this game's fun, I'm going to continue playing it. And it kind of gives you objectives to do when you run out of things to do, because you're like, oh, I'm only 50 dragons away from that goal. Let me go kill a bunch of dragons or whatever. And it feels like a way that they could kind of make their shop feel less greedy, because it is very expensive and they never ever give free Crom coins. Even when they updated the game a while back, I can't remember what, somewhere in the Age of War, and they just stole a bunch of people's Crom coins for a couple of days, and then other people couldn't log in for ages as well onto official servers. So lots of people lost their everything. And zero compensation. That was fun. There's a million other things that they could potentially try to help make the bazaar seem a little less obnoxious. It's just a slight suggestion that a multitude of other MMOs, pretty much every other one, offer. Or daily login stuff. You log in 3 days in a week, you get 3 of those prizes, but you log in 7 and you get a fancier prize. You know? I think I'm preaching to the choir here, and I'm sorry it's been so long. Literally, I don't know why I think that they're going to listen to my feedback. But ultimately, it sucks that they're removing content that they added. It doesn't suck because it hurt their game overall for most people, even though some people didn't struggle with their single player stuff. It's definitely a step in the right direction to making it playable on multiplayer again, for sure. The stamina thing, I'm, again, not sure if I smoked some crack or not when I, like, what? Let me know in the comments if I have it twisted. I'm pretty sure I don't, but it makes me feel crazy reading it. But maybe they're just really bad at wording stuff. I'm also not the best at wording stuff, so I can sympathize. We shall see on the 25th. And I highly recommend going and doing the Al Merayah Siege before it leaves. I wish I knew what else was changing that I could warn you on. Go get Musashi's Blackblade a bunch, because I don't know if it'll still be there. Probably not. Yeah, anything that you like. There's so many other ways to get every single other thing from there. Like, I would not go there to get gold. I would not go there to, I don't know. If you like destroying it, go there and destroy it a few more times. Those are my suggestions to you. When I know further information, I'll try and get it out to you all, but otherwise I'll see you around the 25th. Well, I'll be releasing videos before then, but I'll be updating you all about my experience and the feedback that I've heard around the 25th. But I do want to try out being a ghoul on Fallout and possibly make some videos on that. I'm not a master at Fallout by any means, but I'm not horrible either. So I could probably make a few tips and tricks videos there, and it's a fun game to live stream. And now OBS has integrated some stuff. It's much easier and I'm feeling a little bit better. That's in the books again. Yay. I will be streaming to YouTube and Twitch. If you're not subscribed over on Twitch, do that because there are different perks over there also. And sometimes I just do only Twitch streams. Again, I apologize for this being so long and rambly. I already tried to record it once, had some audio issues. I'm kind of frazzled from trying to do far too many XPs in not enough days. And Conan is annoying. Funcom in general. Conan I like. Funcom kind of annoying. But until next time, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Like the video if you like the video. No pressure on either of those. It would mean a bunch. Until next time, I hope you have an excellent day, evening, night, morning, whatever it may be, wherever you may be. Have a good one. This is going to be so fun to edit. Goddamn one take Jake over here.